Shut up and sit down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast. Today is May 12th. If you stumbled across us online, I want to thank you for listening. You can check us out at kfppodcast.com, or facebook.com/kffpodcast, right, or Ken Fred Podcast at Twitter.
Yeah.
At the Twitter.
Yeah. Or again, just look at the page you're on.
And you can go to our page, hit invite, and add your friends to listen to the podcast as well. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, stop sharing it. We have enough people sharing it.
Well, no.
We're not getting anything from the share.
I got in trouble for that.
Yeah. By the way, Perry's here today. Hi, Perry.
Well, I haven't got a chance to introduce you guys all just started talking.
All right, go ahead, introduce us, then I'll go into the diatribe.
So today we have a special guest, Perry.
Hello.
And then we also have we have the cheese.
There's the cheese.
Hey, everybody. And then
we have the talent.
The talent, Don, and the namesake.
And then we have the namesake. We have the man that does nothing except put his name on.
I'll do the intro.
Yeah, we just really want people to invite friends. That's key. That's how we get more likes. Sharing, people just go, what's this stupid shit?
And then if you invite people, and then they might not listen to it, but if we post, like, today we're doing a music extravaganza. Yeah. It's the KFP music extravaganza.
Music extravaganza.
If they're not a nerd, they don't want to see our X-Men review, but they like music and they want to check us out.
They hate nerd stuff. They like sports. You would have listened last week.
Yeah, exactly. There's stuff for everybody, and they might not see it. So
we're going to do one on knitting next week.
Oh, yeah.
And then tablecloth design. We're going to do a whole hour of cheese topics. No, we're not doing that.
How to make different kind of
fun. We could definitely do that.
All cheese-related we'll talk about fondue.
Mac and cheese.
I can talk about the cheese I bought when I was in the Netherlands.
I did enjoy that picture I used of the cheese for your last thing that I used. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Don't go looking things up now because you don't know what it is.
No, I remember.
It wasn't it great? It was like 80 kinds of cheese in one photo.
Well, we got derailed pretty early.
Yeah, we get derailed. Back on track.
All right, so today on the show, like I said, it's the KFP Music Extravaganza. We're just talking about music, some concert memories of ours, and then all of us here have a top 5. Some of them have some honorable mentions.
Please start introducing it correctly.
What?
It's the KFP top 5.
Hashtag KFP top 5.
That's right.
You should start putting that on the itinerary as hashtag.
Well, last time I write things down for you, you bumble over it.
I bumble over a lot of things. It's called the story of Frederick.
You are a bumbler, that's true.
Yeah.
I wish I had an image to put up now for a bumbler.
Like someone, some large man tripping and with a bunch of dishes.
Just falling down with dishes, bumbling around, and I can put your face over it.
I'm sure there's some 50s black and white where people are throwing pies and someone is tripping on a pie, bumbling.
For bumbling. I got to look down bumbling. At the 3-minute mark.
Bumbling. All right, so first things first. We're going to go over some of our favorite music types. Don, do you want to start us off with some of your favorite music types?
Yeah, well, we decided we were just going to try and open up some conversation about music. And we really couldn't find any current events. We could find so many nerd current events. We couldn't find anything music current events other than what'd you find?
A lot of the current stuff.
Yes.
A lot of the current stuff in music, the news is just depressing. All
it's
stuff,
like deaths.
We really can't relate to a lot of stuff too, though,
and the big news is all with pop singers. I mean, this controversy that Kesha's going through with Sony and her label. And
who cares?
Yeah, it's.
Well, I mean, I feel bad that she was raped by that guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
I didn't know that happened.
Who cares?
We set you up for that one, Don.
It's poor Kesha.
It's a different time period because all of us, I don't know about, I'm not going to speak for Perry because you're a little bit younger than all of us.
And he's weird.
But I like the oldest music.
You probably do, but what I'm saying is back whenever, you used to have Kurt Loder come in with the MTV News.
Yeah.
That's when you knew stuff was going on. Nowadays, it's
and it was like news. You were like, "Wow, that's interesting."
Yeah,
like big news. Yeah.
I can't tell you the last time I watched MTV or even cared about it.
The only last time I heard about music news was earlier this week. Someone posted that Rage Against the Machine might get back together, but then I found out that it might be with
Chuck D,
which I was excited about because I love Public Enemy, and then Be Real from Cypress Hill in the band of. In the Rage Against the Machine.
And it's not happening?
It may happen one night. I think they're going to do a show to have a protest for the Republican National Convention. So they're going to play like in front of like somewhere near there.
Are they going to be in Cleveland? I would drive to Cleveland to see that.
Oh, is that in Cleveland?
Yeah, the RNC's in Cleveland.
Well, if that's happening, we're going to go to Cleveland.
Oh, jeez.
Provolone over there is going to get on the road and take off.
He's going to shift his cheese stick in his automobile, and we're going to head up to Cleveland.
Jeez,
Never
wagon.
gets old. Wow. Okay, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, so...
See, look, there is news. We're discovering
That's
it
good
right
news,
now.
yeah.
But all this is hearsay, so...
The singer's not in it, though, you said, right?
Zach De La Roche is not going to be in it, no.
Oh, I'm glad you knew that name.
I actually do know some music stuff.
You do. You have a lot of
does, yeah.
music knowledge.
You really,
I'm a fan
That's
of...
why we asked you to put this podcast together.
And I'm glad you did it.
Which you did it.
I'm glad you did it 30 minutes ago.
Ken, this is like your forte. Put it together. All right. 4 days later, I got nothing. All right. Let's scramble last minute.
I don't work well with me sitting there looking at it.
You don't work well with having to do stuff.
I like to talk, and we can figure it out, and then just write it down.
Yeah. Fly by the seat of your pants.
It's got me this far.
I guess. All right, so music that I like.
Yeah.
I love rap music, but I hate new rap music.
Do you know the cutoff where you're like, yep, it's done?
There's a music cutoff. For me, the music cutoff on rap was 2003 or 4. I was done with it. I can't listen to like any of this new stuff.
No Drake.
Well, Drake's not bad because I feel Drake's very like...
He's got Hotline Bling.
Yeah, well, he does some like old school type flavor stuff that I think's okay, but like new guys... God, I just
Lil Wayne.
I can't handle it.
I gotta tell you what, I saw Lil Wayne live with 2 Chainz. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. 2 Chainz. I mean, like, I like NWA. I like, Dr. Dre, old stuff like that. Even further back, I like 80s rap. I like Grandmaster Flash and and stuff like that. That's always been my favorite.
If you don't like Rapper's Delight, then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff is just great.
Delight.
There's nothing better because I listen to music when I take a shower. If Rapper's Delight comes on and it's the 15-minute long version,
Yeah, you're in the shower for 15 minutes.
I'm done. It's still going on. I'm like, I'm making good time today.
And you don't realize how long that song is until you start
Till you
listening
get
to it.
a lap
You're like, that's the thing. That's the one song they will not play. If you walk into the strip club and you go, "Hey, I want one song. Can it be Rapper's Delight?" They're like, "No, I'm not gonna be there for 15 minutes."
There's a list next to DJ. It's like no Rapper's Delight,
No Bohemian Rhapsody.
no Inagata Davida,
No Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Yep. No Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, because you're in there for a while. Rapper's Delight is just like, is there another verse? It's another verse?
It's like a month in the group's life.
It's so long.
Sugar Hill Gang.
But yeah, I love that. I love 80s music. I've always been a big 80s music fan. I love R&B. R&B might be like some of my favorite music. Mm-hmm. I love good classic R&B. I don't like anything new. I have a hard time with new stuff. I don't want to sound like an old, mean 40-year-old man, but that's exactly what I sound like.
I've been that way since my early 20s, Don. The new stuff I don't get.
What do you like, Perry? What's your favorite type
Oh, we're
of
skipping
music?
right to me.
No, we'll just go right to you.
It's casual conversation, Perry.
I thought we had
Just
an order.
flow.
No, it's
Structure.
flow.
Once we get to the beginning, then it's all.
It's all downhill after that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. I love 80s music, probably more than anything. 80s and 90s. My favorite era was the late 80s to early 90s is just my absolute favorite.
I love one-hit wonders, especially one-hit wonders from the 80s.
There's a lot of good ones,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But just specifically like alternative music, like the college alternative, late 80s, that whole scene was just the best for me. And
Is that like REM? I feel like REM.
oh yeah, REM's
that,
huge. Like REM, well, I'll get into it because they're all my favorite bands list, so I can't my favorite
We
albums.
don't,
Alright,
want
fair
to ruin that. We don't want to go to the future again. Keep it right here.
So what do you got going on, Justin? What's some stuff?
Justin loves music that just goes like this. I'm not going to do it again.
I'm just preparing for the backlash. I listen to EDM. I love
I
electronic.
don't know who this old lady EDM is.
Yeah, what does EDM stand for?
Electronic dance music.
I honestly didn't know.
Okay, all
I have a
right.
clue.
It's electronic dance
It's
music.
this.
And
There it is.
I feel it's a lot of Jinko
That's it.
jeans. And
That's
like,
all it is, over and
Jinko
over.
jeans and
25-minute songs.
all it is over and over. I got into techno in
For the clothing.
No, in high
For
school.
the ladies.
What else?
In high school, because my parents monitored my music rather closely.
Okay.
And despite the fact that I enjoyed Dr. Dre's The Chronic and Snoop Dogg, I couldn't go and buy those CDs. My parents wouldn't let me buy that stuff.
I feel like in the cheese wheel where he lived, they're like
House of Cheese.
House of Cheese.
Yeah.
They're like, what is this music? And it's like, wait, there's words to this music? My son will listen to no music with words in it. Only thumping beats and bass drums.
His dad's sitting there going, I got the biggest effing headache, but as long as there's no words in it, he can't be. He won't be swayed one way or the other.
What if Gandalf just puts down his staff and goes, no words shall come out of the speakers?
We call Justin's dad Gandalf because he has long white hair. And it's great.
That's funny. But anyway, so I've been into techno and I've
And you listen to it for like
expanded.
6 hours while you're driving to New
listened-
York.
Do you listen the whole time?
I don't
you're at
know
work,
how
too?
you don't take your car and just crash it into a truck while you're listening to that.
Now, I'll defend Justin a little bit. I listen to it at the shop sometimes 'cause it's nice to like,
To drown out the annoying stuff.
oh, because there's no tonight
Yeah.
in Kansas. Sometimes it's nice, but also I like the fact that I can listen to it for a long period of time and it flows.
Because it
and
sounds like the
that's-
same song over and over.
It does. It's
It's
just
like bluegrass music.
bang, bang, ding, ding, ding,
I
ding,
mean,
ding, ding, ding.
my wife's family's big into bluegrass music, and there's some talented people there. But when they listen, they play that stuff. She'll come over to me 10 minutes later and go, "Do you like? Now this one I really like." I'm like, "What do you mean? This isn't the same song?" I'm like, "It's the same one when they started." No, they're like on the 5th song, and I'm like, "It's the same song. It's over and
Oh,
over
yeah.
again. It's sped up a little bit, and then it slowed back down. Ding, 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 ding. That's all it is. That's all I hear."
Well, like for this EDM music, is there anything new that comes out that you're like,
know.
whoa, this changes the game? Like this is totally
Wow, I
different.
never heard one like this before.
Yeah, that's what
Instead
I'm
of
It's a fair question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the last few years, and I'm not big into the scene because a lot of the electronic, there's a lot of drugs and a lot of
Whoa.
raves,
And because everybody
it's-
likes it is 20 and you're 36.
Yeah,
And
I
have
know,
gloves
right?
with lights at the end of the fingertips.
Everyone thinks
Yeah,
they're narc when
so
you
it's-
show up.
I don't trust him.
Who's that old guy with that
so the
gold and
scene-
silver hair?
The scene gets a little weird, but
Sure.
you know things like dubstep that came out, and when Skrillex came out, and I'm not even sure what genre you'd call some of his stuff, but
Side shaved head genre.
Oh,
That's the only thing I know about Skrillex.
You have a side chain head?
No, but he has a weird long hair with just this, like, little
yeah,
part.
his
All
hair's-
3 of you here have a side chain head. No,
I don't. It's all one
Yes,
length.
you do.
And while we're talking about hair for a moment,
I have more gray than him.
Perry's got speckles in there, and he's 6 years younger than me.
He
30.
does.
Yeah, but here's the difference between
Because he's seen a lot in his
You
youth.
guys give me these, all of them.
Perry's hair is one color with gray. Your hair is like every piece of metal.
Yeah.
in a
Your hair is like if Magneto gave you a hair transplant. Just pulled all these metals out from the earth and stuck them on your head.
If you took every shade of metal and put it in a Play-Doh press and squeezed the bottom
Yeah.
and it came out the top of one of those.
spaghetti.
Now I got to do another hair image for you again.
Awesome. We're off topic.
Yeah,
But
it's not gonna
other-
take long.
Surprise.
Yeah, but my favorite genre within techno right now is trance because, like Ken said, it flows, and if I need to really sit down and concentrate on work, I put that on and I zone everything else out, and I can just work for hours.
We should give Ken some of that so he can zone in and write a podcast once in a while. All right? Some trance
Put
music.
you in a trance, Justin. I don't know the difference.
I'm starting to listen to enough of a variety that I can pick out the different genres now.
Is that your favorite genre though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it for you?
Sorry for all my
I
questions.
also no, that's all right.
learning
And
today.
I also
I
listen
feel like a lot of people will learn from your questions too.
I don't know anything.
I-
I'm asking the hard-hitting questions.
hard hitting.
I feel like it's 60 minutes.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
really
the
crazy.
reporter.
But I also listen to alternative mid-90s, early to mid-90s
Ace of
alternative
Base.
stuff. No, not.
Ah,
We'll get to it. We'll get to
They
it.
were
Yeah, we'll
Nazis.
get-
Did you know
Yeah,
that?
they were Nazis.
He's got some
Ace
good
of
on
Base.
his list.
We'll get to the
All right.
my albums later.
Ken likes Sad Panda music. On to the next question. All right.
I like all types of music but reggae.
Yes.
And I've been to all types of concerts. I've been to an EDM show where Hodor was DJing and did Rave of Thrones. Hodor.
And you were ready to leave after what, an hour?
Well, me and my old roommate Sherry went.
I
And,
mean, who can listen to Hodor play music?
So we really tried. Like we went there and we're listening to. We're standing at the edge of like the bar overlooking. I think it was the one that's down in the.
I think it was Alter, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Altar Bar, and we're there for like an hour. I'm like, all right. And the guy's like And literally, what's hilarious because when they transfer over, it's one guy has his like iPod connected to something, and he's got like mixers, and he's playing, and some other guy hooks up something else and takes the other one off, and the music never changed. And then a new guy stood there for an hour, and we're like, oh, okay. And the music changed a little bit, and then another guy did the same thing. We're like, where the hell's Hodor at? and then he came out, and it was like a big thing, and I was like, oh, because I thought before.
Is he wearing a mask or anything like that?
No, he's just Hodor smiling, like,
Oh,
and then like
jeez.
the screen's
Does
behind
he
him.
talk?
No, he just goes.
Just yells.
Is he in
No,
street
he
clothes?
says he's in street clothes. He's not nothing.
Says Hodor.
He doesn't say anything. There's no Hodor even mentioned in his music. And before I saw him play where he sat on the Iron Throne and did it, no Iron Throne in Pittsburgh. I was a little, so I was-
That's kind of weird.
yeah. So we left. I think we listened to his thumps, his beats, for like maybe 30 minutes to 40 minutes,
God,
and then
30
we're
minutes.
like, let's
no
get.
way.
My
It was
head
like
would have
it
exploded.
was like 40 minutes. It was like 4. I was there for almost 4 hours.
4 hours of just that.
Yeah.
Just,
Because I really wanted to see
your head.
Hodor, like, because
You're
I
like,
needed
oh,
the story.
God.
Like,
See,
I
my-
wanted- there was a point where I was like, "There's no, I gotta stay until
gotta
I see."
stay.
Yeah,
My problem with a lot of DJs who do shows open for big name is transitions. When they can't transition from one song to the next,
it's the
it
same
drives
song. There
me
should be no reason.
insane.
Yeah, and there were some people that couldn't do that because all of a sudden it like
Yeah.
would be weirdly abrupt. And
I went down to, I can't even remember the name of it. There's a techno club in the Strip District, and there was
imagine what that place is called.
Static, I think.
Of course.
But anyway, there was a headliner that was supposed to be coming in, this big famous DJ from Germany, and I was like, I'm bored. I got nothing to do on a Saturday night. I'll go
There's
down
no
there.
movies I can go to alone.
I can only play so much Ark.
Don't talk about it.
And I was like, I'll go down and check this out, and it was some of the worst transitions from song to song I've seen. And he's supposed to be this big headlining DJ, and it was awful.
He was a headliner.
All right. Yeah. Well, I like everything but reggae, but I agree.
right,
with
So what's
you.
your favorite genre, though?
His favorite is like sad bastard.
I like
music.
all.
would that even
I was
be?
like I like alternative music.
Like
I like
It's
some
like
folky.
Ben's Fold 5.
I love Ben Folds.
Are they sad?
Yeah.
Don thinks anything with piano in it is sad.
It is. You'll come into the store every once in a while, and he'll have this music on, and we're having a conversation. Then, like, for some reason, after 10 minutes, I want to kill myself. And I don't know why, because I was having a good day. And then I'm like, boy, my life sucks. I'm like, why am I so goddamn depressed? And I'm like, what is this crap that's playing in the background? He's like, this is real good. I saw these bands. I went down, I saw them here. He's always saw them somewhere.
Saw him in half.
Saw him in, like, what's the place called you go to all the time? Either down in like the South Side or you go to
I go places and see things.
Lawrenceville. I was in
yeah.
Lawrenceville. I saw these guys last week. And I'm like,
I've seen things.
God.
I couldn't see things.
And I just want to cut my wrist and bleed out and die on
But
the
then
floor.
then me and Don agree on a lot of rap music too. So I
Yeah,
want
we
to hear.
do. Yeah, you're good. Your rap game's the same as mine. We like
Yeah.
the same stuff.
But then I listen to good music on top of the rap music.
Yeah, well,
So-
yeah, that's what you think, but yeah, it's okay.
All right. So has any of us ever played any musical instruments?
I was in band.
What'd you play in band? Skin flute?
I when I was
Did
young.
you work the woodwinds?
When I was young,
And this one time,
I played
Band
clarinet
camp?
for a year, and then I gave band up for a year and came back.
Gave it up.
Gave it up.
Gave it up. And then I
threw,
came.
and threw disc at your mom.
No, that was when I was younger, like 4th, 5th grade.
All right.
And then I came back and played trumpet all the way through high school.
Can you still play?
All right, Louis
No.
Anderson.
No, you lose that.
No, you definitely lose your skills.
Like the lung, you have to like do a lot of.
Yeah.
If you could see what Perry
I'm
was
waiting for
doing
you guys
over
to say it.
I don't know
Yeah.
what he was doing.
Well, you need like good lung capacity.
He was
to-
holding his hands out and moving his head back
I'm
and
air
forth.
trumpeting.
Okay.
Air trumpeting.
Is that the one where you could have to put the toilet plunger at the yeah.
The toilet plunger.
Yeah.
Is that what that is? That's not what that is.
That's
not
exactly
natural
what it
pleasure.
is.
Yeah,
We
it's-
would go to like a hardware store and buy one of the little mini
Hey,
plungers.
why do you have a toilet?
It's
Shut up, Ken.
it's for. Did you ever hear they call it a wah wah mute
Oh,
because it makes the wah wah wah.
We were cool in high school, Joseph.
Jazz music.
It's for jazz.
Well,
right. And it's actually just a toilet plunger.
Yeah.
They couldn't come up with a special thing. They just
They have other mutes, but to get that particular sound, that's the best way to get it.
Because to feel the jazz, the
Is
soul.
it even better when it has some shit in it still? It makes it even better.
Or a shoe.
Or a shoe.
All right.
All right, what else? How about you? Do you play any instruments?
I used to play bass. I used to slap at a bass.
Can you still play bass?
I could probably get through like Nirvana, never. Like,
I would love to see that. I don't know why I'd like to see you there with a bass guitar. Going
I used
out.
to. I like in high school. I played in like a band, and we were horrible and just practiced. And we played one graduation, graduation party,
and everybody was all upset about it.
I think during the graduation party, the bass that I used to use like blew up. The wiring went bad, and someone went and got me another bass.
Wow.
And I had one. I gave it to my nephew because he played in some bands in Cal U and played some places in Baltimore and Jersey and stuff.
I took piano lessons for 5 years when I was a kid.
What can you play from that?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh.
Chopsticks? No. I think we talked about this once on the podcast before, but I just do that heart and soul bit. That's it. Saber does the boom, ba, bang, bang, boom, ba, bang, that part, and I wait 10 minutes and I come in with my one finger, ding, 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 and I screw it up every time. That's all I can do. 5 years of piano lessons. That's all I can do. I used to be able to play. I played a recital, played 2 recitals. I couldn't even tell you what the hell I played or even how I got through it.
Yeah, I took piano lessons when I was younger, and I can't do anything today.
It was awful. That was one of the worst things I've ever done in my life. Sitting up there in a room full of people, and I'm like, what am I doing? Oh, this is horrible. Why am I here? Because my mother hates me. That's the only reason I'm there. You know the other reason I like to go to piano lessons is because the lady that teach us, my sister used to go first, and then I would wait in a room, and she had all these, like, Army figures, and she had like a huge case of Army figures, cowboys and Indians, and I'd sit there for an hour and play with all these while my sister was doing. Then I'd go back there and suffer through 45 minutes of getting yelled at.
She'd been practicing.
Did she ever slap your hands with a ruler?
Yeah, she was mean.
She had sweet toys.
She did. Perry can play instruments, right?
I can, yeah.
What do you play?
Just the normal. I can play guitar and bass.
How good are you at guitar?
I'm decently good. I've been playing. Well, I did give it up a while ago. Like 4 years, because it's like, all right, I'm 30, I'm not in a band, and I'm too old to start one, so
and there's no bonfires for you to sit around.
I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy?
Oasis. No, I'm not doing that.
You're not there doing Green Day?
No.
It reminds me of the guy Role Models. There's the guys like playing what's the guy from
Come on. Paul Rudd?
No, it's the guy that is playing. He's playing the wrong song. But what bands he keeps saying he's playing? It's an old Beatles. Wings. He's playing Wings, taking them down to the street, taking me down to. He's like, I don't think that's how that song goes. Sorry, I had to suffer through my thinking.
That's all right. I love when we have to listen to Ken think.
Yeah,
you're like,
live on air.
Watch this circuit connect to this circuit. Up. There's the thought.
There it is. That's pretty cool though. You can play, and you don't do the party. You don't do party playing.
No. I
that
was in a
guy
marvelous
needs
band.
kicked in the
No.
I was going to say, you're not that guy.
We practiced once. We were called Sperm Cemetery. It was the greatest band of all time. We broke up after one practice.
That's a great name. We should add that to our list.
Yes, yeah.
Me and Ken have a list that we keep anytime we hear a good band name. We write it down on the list.
Well, you can see yours, Sawyer's.
See, I feel bad now for ragging on Longhair earlier. What was the band name that he wanted us to mention?
We're not going to mention it. He has to sponsor our podcast.
Is it his band?
Yeah, he's got 2 bands.
Oh, we're not actually
Why
doing
does he
that.
need 2 bands?
One is his side project, and one of his main.
I hope he doesn't listen. Is he going to listen to this?
Probably.
Go ahead, give him a shout out.
Do you know
I
what it
honestly
was?
don't know what it is.
I don't
What's
remember
his
either.
band's
I
name?
don't remember.
Ramhorn?
Ram.
It's Car Ramrod.
Just Google Chief John Longhair, side project bands,
Well-
backspace,
John, if we figure out what it is, we'll put it on our website.
Ramadam Ding Dong.
All right, we're done with
so
that
bad.
topic.
All right, so
Let's move on to concerts.
All right, does anyone want to talk about their best concert they've ever been to?
Go ahead, start us off.
All right, one of my I don't
It
know
was
if
Ben Folds 5. All right, next topic. Go ahead, I'm done.
He's up there. He's like my number 2. It's tied with this other band. But Ben Folds plays with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra, and he plays with a lot of like traveling orchestras when he does this stuff because he also writes orchestra music. But anyways, that's besides the point. He's up there, and he's got a really good show. But also, I've been able to see a guy named Glenn Hansard perform twice.
Okay.
And he's lead singer.
Glenn Hansen.
Hansard. He's
Hansard.
he's in a band from England called The Frames. He was in a band called Swell Season. And he's also in a movie.
Swell Season.
Swell Season. This is sad music that you hate.
Learning.
This is
I don't
so
know any of
sad.
this.
And then he also
He was in a band called Picture Frames.
And then there's a movie called Once that the movie's with him and the one chick that's in Swell Season with him. And
This sounds terrible.
It was amazing. It was good. I got to see, and it was free because it was at the arts festival, one of them. And
I was at the arts festival.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Can I
good.
support you? I support all of this.
I'm sorry that I
Listen to
culture
him.
myself with other. I go to the
I
arts
know,
festival.
you're well cultured. We all know.
Like fine disease.
This all sounds glorious.
But it's like folky alternative music. He plays a song with no like. He plays the acoustic guitar he's had for like 30 years. There's a giant hole from where he's been playing it, and he plays with no electric. Like it's not hooked
Why
up
does he
to.
buy a new one? He doesn't have money.
He likes the sound of that guitar makes.
All right.
But it's good. I like it. Go
right.
check it out. Google it.
We'll listen to Don talk about sitting on the porch with gin and juice now.
What about
That's
you?
as deep as he gets.
Parmesan cheese. What do you like?
So the best concert I've ever been to was 2000 Family Weekend at Pitt. They would block off Bigelow Boulevard between the Student Union and the Cathedral of Learning, and they would set up a stage and they would do a concert. And that year, it was Fuel, Biff Naked, and Stroke 9 before anybody knew who Stroke 9 was.
This is like
Does anybody know
1991.
who Stroke 9
Yeah,
is now?
Like my dark years.
This was, this is like the lineup of X Fest from 2001.
Wait,
Yeah.
Stroke
It
9.
was in 2000. So
Stroke 9 sang that song about a backpack.
Little Black Backpack.
Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah. And I
Whatever
knew,
happened to Stroke 8 though?
I don't
Where'd they
know.
go?
I don't know. But I knew two of the guys working the pit, so I was right in the front row. It's the best.
When you
show
started
I've ever
telling
been
me
to.
this concert and you were about to name the bands, I thought you were going to be like Nirvana was there or whatever. It was like Stroke 9
it's
and
Fuel.
Fuel.
Hemorrhage in My Hand was like the big song that was played.
no,
boy.
because
And what
that
was
was
the second group?
Biff Naked.
Biff Naked.
So
Okay.
the way I described the lead singer from Biff Naked, the only way I could describe her is
Her.
Oh, it's a girl.
yeah, it's a girl,
Is she naked?
Hey now.
and she was hot, but she reminded me of like Janine Garofalo from like the late '90s, but skinny and hot.
Yeah, Jeannie Garofalo's not that attractive.
Yeah. It's like Dream.
I hope she never listens to
That's
this.
nothing like
It reminded me of Janine Garofalo if she was like pretending to be Gina Gershon and was like hotter.
Well,
And
no,
like
but,
didn't
like-
look like Janine Garofalo, but like was Janine Garofalo.
Now think of all the characteristics of Janine Garofalo and take all those away except for her dark hair, and that's what this chick was.
Well,
If,
no,
like,
I mean
Jane-
she's kind of emo and the black hair. And,
She could look like Carmen Electra. It would be, that's funny.
but that was a great show.
So the
Right.
highlight of the show is the hot chick that sang
No, the highlight of the show was Fuel.
Okay.
What song does Fuel sing?
the Hemorrhage in My Hand song.
But is there anyone that I would have known that was like popular?
That's really
Shimmer
I think
was the most-
Shimmer.
Shimmer. That's right.
I think it was. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
That was one of their songs. That's
That was pretty big.
I had a bunch of friends that were real into Fuel, and I never got it. Like
Yeah,
I, just
I
didn't,
didn't get it either.
I think I have Shimmer as an MP3 in my collection. That's about it.
like friends of mine, like we would go to all the X Fest. Like one year, I got to X Fest for free because I traded the DJ Whipping Boy 2 Darth Maul figures. And I got a free ticket for it. I used to talk to him because he also collected Star Wars figures,
Wow.
and he gave me 2 tickets for. Or he gave
That's
me
a great
ticket,
story.
But and Fuel was there.
Ken has great little add-ons that just pop in there, and you're like, by the way, this happened in front of that story, and it's great.
music. I have a lot of weird stuff that happens.
You
music
do.
Stuff.
You have a lot of weird stuff that happened to you.
I got no, yeah.
What about Perry? What's his favorite concert?
My favorite concert, I saw one of my favorite 80s bands, and it was in 2007, actually. And they were just phenomenal. It was a Psychedelic Furs. It was outside,
Right?
and I was in the front row. And it was a free concert, so anyone can just go to the front row. But,
I got there early enough to get the front row seat.
well, I'm huge, so I have to, like, weasel my way in there.
Yeah.
And it was just the best show ever that I've ever seen.
What's if someone would? Because I actually don't think I can remember any of their songs off the top of my head.
like Pretty in Pink they did.
Oh,
From the
okay.
the theme song.
Oh, so it was all right.
Okay, I know
Love
them.
My Way.
Yeah.
They have a ton of hits.
Oh,
And they were good.
Oh, they're the
where'd
best.
they play at? What was the venue?
It was in Buffalo, New York, actually.
Oh, and probably no one showed up because it's Buffalo, New York.
No, it was packed. But the sad
Perry
thing,
was in the front row, and he was in the back row, too.
maybe that was like the allure of it.
What Perry didn't say is he lived with them because they had a house for rent.
This is just in the shower when they were taking their group bath. And they were singing.
He's sitting on the toilet. It's like, I have front row seats. Guys.
Oh, I love these guys. They're great. Sing Pretty in Pink again.
It's like, don't
Perry,
have a
put your
restraining
pants
order
on.
against that guy. He's on the toilet again.
Well, that'll conclude me then.
All right, we'll
There's
wrap
no way
it
to
up
pick
with
that back up.
Now you're gonna make fun of me for my best concert. Let me just tell you, I don't go to concerts. I hate concerts.
You hate. Yeah.
I hate
You
concerts.
hate crowds.
I hate crowds. I don't like.
I think I've asked you to go to stuff with me before. And you're like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not.
just like I'll go to like me and you have gone to like wrestling before.
We went
and
to Zach Brown Band once.
we did, and it was okay, but you could tell I was annoyed.
Yeah.
And, like,
I didn't know because I think I got drunk.
You were really drunk. The best part of the Zach Brown Band concert is after we were leaving, me and you were playing NWA in my car, real loud, while Sabres passed out in the back, and all these like country boys are just like, what are those two doing? We were just blasting it, real loud.
just
It
rap
was great.
on.
Just straight out of Compton, the whole way out of there.
I like leaving a show listening to the exact opposite music
That
that
is
I would.
fun to do. But my concert was I got to sit front row and saw Janet Jackson.
Oh, that's awesome, Don.
Wow.
I love
Was
Janet
it the?
Jackson.
Was it the her main tour? Was it the?
Yeah, it was the
Rhythm Nation.
No, it was
That's
when,
too
it was after when she did oh God, I can't remember.
Remember the year it was?
It might have been Rhythm Nation. It might have been that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because
It's a great tour.
Yeah,
That's probably
because
the best
my
you could've
friend,
done there.
not Brock, who's on the podcast, but my friend Brock from California, he was a huge fan of hers, and he got these 2 tickets. He's like, "You're coming," and he's like, "We're getting pulled up on stage," and that was his whole thing to get pulled up on stage, and it was great. We were like in front row, and she sang all her old songs. And
That's awesome.
Did you get pulled up on stage?
No, she pulled this guy next to us who was like had abs and was sexy and shit.
Oh, yeah.
It was rubbing all over him. Did like a lap dance with him. We were like,
yeah.
oh my God, I want to get pulled up on stage so bad. But she was great. She sang it was like 3 hours.
Wow,
And she did all her hits. She even did some of her brother's stuff, which was kind of cool.
that's cool.
It was awesome.
Does anyone have like a bragging that's like a bragging one? Like I saw the Rhythm Nation tour. Did anyone see anything cool? Like
No.
like
I can't top that.
No,
my
You thought we were going to make fun of you, Don. And that's like
never know.
legendary.
my 18th birthday, I got to see the Kiss reunion tour. And
well, that's cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I got my driver's license that day, drove to Wheeling, drank legally for the first time ever, and then because I don't know if they was under 21 or they just served me because I thought they looked 21.
I would go to that. Like I've been to Buffett once, and I'm like, I did it once just to do it once, and
I've
it was
never-
fun.
I've never done
I won't
that.
do it again. You know how I feel about people who go see Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
When they go see DMB.
I had
like
to
I
see
want to
them
shoot
once.
everybody at that concert.
As a guy that's
and,
been
It's
to-
actually kind of fun.
and you go.
It's kind of fun because a
I've
bunch
been
of
to
hot
2 or
girls
3
get
and-
drunk or stoned and dance around and take their clothes off.
You don't go for the music. You go to get drunk, and I've now realized that that's the music is the worst part of that concert.
Yeah. I just
And the
don't
people
like it.
there are a close second.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh, man.
And then when Facebook rolled around and everybody has to put DMB tonight.
But what's another? Oh, I just got to see Fleetwood Mac.
That'd
Like
be
I was
cool.
3 rows from the front.
that's cool.
From front row in Civic Arena to see Lindsey Buckingham play guitar. That was pretty cool.
So I can't wait to hear these. Let's hear some of the worst concerts we've been.
I got plenty of those.
Let's start with Colby G's over there and see what he has.
Colby Chase. So
Colby
the
Calais.
worst, the
Not
worst
too-
concert I've
No.
ever been to. It was actually the first concert I ever went to.
And it was the last concert I went to.
No,
I've only been to one concert.
The first, the worst was also the first. It was also the best, and it was also the last.
no. I was in high school and I didn't drive yet, so it had to have been 15 maybe. And
It was Fuel.
we drove
Biff naked.
to
It was buck naked.
shut up. We drove to St. Bonaventure University, which was like 20 minutes from where I lived,
All right.
and saw Reef.
Reef.
Queef.
Who is still a band. They're from the UK.
What the
They-
hell
Oh,
did they
that
say?
explains it.
I don't remember. They were awful.
It was the first time music came to a small town. They weren't allowed to dance. Where he was
No, they
Plot of
opened.
Footloose?
They opened for Live, which was who we really wanted to see.
Oh, okay, I remember
yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Didn't they sing
alone.
Shit Town?
Yeah.
So that's where the story comes in as to why this is the worst concert I've ever been
Because you
to.
lived in a shit town.
Because they canceled.
They played one song. They opened with one of their big Lightning Crashes, one of their big songs they opened with.
Get the
And
crowd.
then, they do their talking thing where they introduce, the members of the band. And he's like, we were on the bus coming through town today, and it made us think of this next song. And they go into Shit Town, right? It was just a joke, they were just messing around.
And everybody got mad.
Somebody took a Doc Martin clog with, like, the wood in the sole
Oh,
yeah.
and threw it up on stage, hit the lead singer in the side of the head. He screamed, "Mother effer," threw his guitar on the stage, and walked off. And then the band followed him.
Wow.
And that was my $35 live performance.
And
Lightning
then Reef
crashes.
came out and turned it off.
No, Reef opened, and it was. I got lightning crashes and half of Shittown.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
And never got
unfortunate.
our money. They came out and said, folks, we're sorry. We're going to refund your money. Don't worry about it. No problem. I called the ticket office for 6 weeks, and finally it started.
Who throws a shoe?
I don't know.
a
But it
band
was
they can't
Obviously, the
funniest-
same guy that put the shoe in the toilet last week.
You know who throws a shoe? I got a story about you throwing a shoe at a show.
Throwing a shoe at a show.
The funniest thing about it though was when the lights popped on, a circle in the crowd emerges, and there's just one person standing in the middle of this circle, like, oh.
Oh, shit, I ruined that. All right, so what's your worst concert?
It's not. Well, I have a shoe story. And my
Go,
worst,
all right, quick shoe story.
All right, so my first show I ever went to was Primus and the Meat Puppets.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it was, and so I was in my first pit doing my whole thing, and I got hit in the head with a shoe. So I skyhook it to think I'm in the crowd, but I'm in the pit. So they stopped the show because I almost hit the lead singer Les Claypool with the shoe, and I was like, I threw the shoe. Yeah,
And they threw you out?
Wow.
They didn't throw me out because they couldn't tell because I was in the pit. Like it just came out, and I was like, then they started playing again because I didn't hit him. And he yelled at everybody.
Wow.
Like, yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
that's
Hey,
my
what's your worst concert then?
my worst concert I've ever been to was Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, God. Was it right after American Idol?
Yes.
No, was it skinny Kelly Clarkson or fat Kelly Clarkson?
It was in between. She was definitely bulking up for the season, if you know what I mean.
Bulking
Yeah. No,
Putting on weight for the
that was the
winter.
worst one. But I also saw Shania
You're
Twain.
just allowed one.
Well,
All right, Shania Twain.
because
Shania Twain's hot, though.
she was, but it was weird because we only got, by the time we got there, there was only 2 songs left.
Oh,
So
it
it's
was
like
just
that-
Any Man of Mine.
Yeah, it was
4 hours of Any Man of Mine.
But all right, so what about you?
But I did love that video, though. That was a good video.
A buddy of mine had her poster all over his wall.
Oh, she was
Was
hot.
that was that the
was the jeans.
leopard onesie?
Oh, yeah,
thing
the
she
leopard
had?
onesie.
No,
Yeah.
it was her, like, just on a ranch with tight jeans
Yeah.
on and a tank top, shaking her ass and just singing. I don't know what the song was, but I'd be like, there's that video again on VH1. I like that. Lower it and just watch the video.
And then like she married Iron Maiden producer Mutt Lang. He
It
liked it
was
so
weird.
much.
All right, so my worst concert was, you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Partners in Crime.
The Turtles?
Who sang the Turtle song.
Turtle
who sang
Power.
TURTLE Power from the original Ninja Turtles. So I was at Cedar Point, right? And they were like,
They were getting people on the carousel.
yeah, and they were like,
Just
they have a
rap.
concert going on, so we go down there, and they're like, it's a famous, like, real hot rap group right now. We're like, who's this gonna be?
It's NWA.
And Partners in Crime comes out, who is like, I think it's like a black guy that's like 8 feet tall and a little white guy.
It's a Master Blaster.
And they started singing Turtle Power, and the place went nuts. So everybody was like, oh, Turtle Power, everybody's singing along, singing this, and everybody's in it. Then they were like, the song ended, and then it was just like Turtle Power again. And they started with Turtle. And we were like, well, all right, yeah, it's Turtle Power. So they were like, and then the Turtle Power ended again. They were like, you want to hear it? We know. We're gonna do it again. We're like, they're doing Turtle Power again, and they just kept doing it. And everybody was like, what's going on? Play a new song, you know. And Turtles were popular back then. And that's all they knew how to sing because I don't think they had any other music. And everybody just looked at them like, what? And people were walking away. And the guy was just doing, like, waving his hand, spelling out the words. And it was terrible. It was, like, embarrassing. Especially the third time it rolled around, everybody would just look at each other like, again. Like, it's just again. So that was mine. What's yours there?
That's pretty good.
Barry?
Well, I mean, hands down, my worst concert. My sister would drag me to concerts that no one would go with her.
Justin Bieber.
No. Well, she's older than me. She's 2 years older, and I don't like any of her music. But I have to like play the role and go with her. It's like, yeah, I'll just take one for the team. She took me to this band called Fun. I mean, you know.
Oh,
who they
yeah,
are,
I
right?
know who they are, yeah.
And people love this band.
Fun sings that one song that's
The
not
We Are
too
Young.
bad.
Yeah, the We Are Young.
I have no idea.
And they sing Some Nights,
Yeah.
which is a good song.
But probably you saw them before they had all those songs because I think
They're
that
not
was
that bad.
It was the absolute worst thing I ever sat through. We're keep in mind, 30 and 28, and we're surrounded by like 17-year-olds
Yeah.
and college kids. And
Who did I just go see that was like that? I saw, oh shit, I'll get back to you. But there's
I was thinking again on,
I
and you got kicked out because you were trying to roofie all the young girls' drinks, right?
Well, no, I don't have any good stories like that, but it was just.
Oh, yes, you do. You just won't tell.
Oh,
us.
you needed some
no.
roofies, and you have some great songs.
No, I don't have any like funny, fun things like you guys do.
All right,
but-
well, let's lead into. If you have, is that would also count as like one of your most embarrassing concerts you had to be at?
And Dave Matthews Band. I
Dave
had to go
Matthews.
for that too, and that was the absolute worst as well. I can't pick.
I went and saw Passion Pit, and it was very much that. Like
Okay.
everyone,
Passion Pit. What the hell is that?
it's another hipster. Like,
Yeah, like some college.
Yeah.
Is that the one you were most
Then-
embarrassed to be at?
No. Most embarrassed to be at, or most
Be at,
embarrassing.
or what been an embarrassing moment?
So the most embarrassing moment I
You
ever
threw a
had.
shoe.
No, I went to see Clutch with a bunch of buddies of mine, and we might decide to make a day of it. So we went to the casino, and we had seafood buffet, and that's the day I realized I'm allergic to shellfish because I ate so much of it. I broke out in hives at Stage AE, and my buddy of mine had to, like, as he was coming late to meet us, bought Benadryl, or I was bad. I looked like Freddy Krueger, scratching my back against the wall. It was horrible.
Wow.
And so I had to listen to it because it was so hot in there because it was making me the hives itch. And I wasn't going to leave because I spent the money. I'm cheap and I spent
Yeah.
the money on the ticket. So in Stage AE, there's a doorway where you can stand outside and then like look inside. I just stood in that doorway and watched.
I didn't even know you were allergic
Looking
to
all
shell.
crazy.
I have to watch how much I take or take Benadryl.
That just reminded me again of the Zach Brown Band concert we were at. Remember when we went and got those French fries they have at Starlight?
Oh my God, they're the
And
most
they put,
delicious French
they put
fries
the
ever.
Old Bay crab seasoning
Yeah,
on them. They
that's
give
so
you that
good.
delicious ranch. And you and me and Saber's dancing and so in it. And Ken and I are sitting on these little chairs we had, just eating French fries like you were going out of style. They were so delicious.
It's a great day.
Oh, I have a cool story, real quick.
Hey,
Hey,
light bulb.
welcome
my
to the
first-
podcast,
My
Barry.
first time I crowd surfed, actually.
Oh, I hate you.
I was 30 years old. It was the first time I crowd surfed. It was at an Every Time I Die show,
That you got me beat on that one.
which was pretty cool because I've never crowd surfed. I've only seen it in movies.
I hate crowd surfing.
Me too.
If you go past me, I'll either rip your pockets off, punch you in
Punch
the
you in the
nuts.
balls, yeah.
Or
I didn't voluntarily say, someone lift me. Like, they offer. Like, you need to go up. And I'm
Well,
You're like,
"Alright,
let's get
do
this
it."
guy out of the building. He's creeping.
But they pushed me on
this is the
stage.
quickest way.
It's the quickest route. Pass him backwards. He's like, I love it.
Well, they pushed me towards the stage, and they threw me on the stage with the singer. So I was like, get to run around with the band and stuff in front of the whole crowd.
See, that's pretty cool. But
How did I forget that?
I hate crowd surfers because being a large man,
You can't do it.
Well, not that you can't do it. Everyone thinks I'm the guy to jump off of or the one to lift
Like,
him
lift
up.
me, yeah.
Yeah, lift me up, lift me up.
Or if you go up on the stage, everybody's like, oh no.
I've
New
never,
trailer for Ghostbusters.
I've never crowd surfed, but I've been like, there's a lot of times where at a show, someone will crowd surf, and they'll come to me, and I won't touch them, so they fall. Like I've been
Unless
like,
they're a young lady.
no, I don't have no remorse for anybody. If you crowd surf near me, you're gonna get hurt.
That's
like,
fair.
because I get kicked in the face. Like it's my
I get
face
kicked
level
all the time.
And I
Right?
hate it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't have any embarrassing concerts. Probably
None that you're ashamed that you went to, other than that concert you told us it was the best.
no, because I like Ken. I am rather frugal with my money, and I
Cheap.
if I don't like what I'm going to see, I won't go see it.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
But one of the most fun times I had at a concert was when I was working at Rock Jungle. I did security.
Here comes another I did security story.
Shut up.
Oh,
I did
God.
security for Sum 41, Newfound Glory. I can't remember the other band.
I might
that
have
was
been
there.
at that
That's
show.
pretty fun, actually.
And they did 2 shows that day. The first show I worked the door, so I didn't get to see the concert.
I worked the front door, and later that night I worked the back door.
The second show, I worked the stage. I sat on stage and saw the whole concert from the stage. Which
It's like a
was-
lump of
which was
goat
awesome.
cheese sitting on the stage.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat, though.
So that was probably the most
yeah,
fun
for
I've had.
sure.
All right.
All right, so we're ready for some top
Well,
fives.
let me give you my.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I was once by my sister and mother and aunts and cousins dragged to a New Kids on the Block concert.
Dragged.
Oh,
Did you make
wow.
all the T-shirts for everybody?
No, I didn't. I had the headbands, but I forget how old I was. I mean, this had to be
Probably about 33, 30.
Yeah, it was last year. It was like
the
90,
reunion
91.
tour.
Yeah.
So I was probably like 15 or 16 at the time. And we went. It was in Cleveland where my aunt lived at the time. And I mean, we had to go at like 7 in the morning. everybody was crazy, insane, screaming. I'm just standing there like, oh God, this is so bad. Then it starts pouring, and like everybody's happy but me. I'm just sitting under this little tent, all miserable. My sisters are all jumping around, but the only thing that was good was all the girls liked that my name was Dawn because of Donnie Wahlberg. And my sister was like, shut up, Donnie. And they were like, Donnie! And I was like, hey, this ain't bad. All right, that could be the easiest thing I've been. But yeah, that was terrible. I was embarrassed. I mean, I remember like lying to friends and people were like, where did you end up going Saturday? I'm like, nowhere.
Imagine if you had Facebook then. And the people, they tagged you pictures.
Oh, I know. Well, listen to this. We had... My mom bought us all shirts, and I'm like, I'm not wearing that shirt. Like, that shirt's terrible. So I forget what happened. We were like, something happened. We got like caught in the rain or something.
You had to put on the shirt.
I had to put this shirt on, and I'm wearing it, and I have a sweatshirt over. And we go to church, and she makes us stop in the church. We're sitting in one back room, and I'm sweating to death. And I'm like, I'm not taking this shirt off. Because people behind me know me. There's like a couple girls. I'm like, I'm not taking this shirt off. And I'm just sitting there like dying. You know, I'm like halfway through, and I'm like, I'm not taking this shirt off. Finally had to take it off, and I can just hear snickering. And I was like, they're looking at this goddamn shirt, you know. And all I kept thinking in my head while the church is on is, I wish I wasn't wearing this shirt. It was miserable, but yeah, I think I threw it away after that.
Are we ready for some hashtag KFP top 5s?
Time for a KFP top 5.
Boop, 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 boop. KFP top 5.
This is your first top 5, huh, Barry?
This is my first top 5.
All right, well, then
exciting.
Let's pop your cherry.
Oh,
You go
first.
Hey.
Perry, these are in order of favorite. 5 being the
Order
worst.
of favorites.
Yeah, so
He's got to write it. He's got to get his crayons out.
So
write
number
it all
5.
again.
I'm just listing them. No explanations.
Well,
Oh, no, Perry, scream them all out and run out the door, okay? Yeah,
I was gonna
give us
say,
an explanation.
How
you
much time do I
idiot.
have here?
Well, not an hour.
Yeah.
Don't
All
be
right.
like Justin. Just do it real quick.
They're all from that time period of
All
late
right.
80s, early 90s alternative.
And at number 5.
Punk. Number 5 is a band called Jawbreaker. It came out in 1990. It's
good.
Unfun is the album.
It's a good one.
And it was just so different, ahead of its time for 1990. I couldn't believe it. I still listen to it almost every week.
Okay.
So that's 5.
Solid.
4 is Pavement, an album called Slanted and Enchanted. Came out in 91, and I just absolutely love that album. It's fantastic.
Pavement, yeah.
Number 3, 1985, a band called Husker Du. Only Ken might know
I
who
know
that is.
Husker Du, yeah.
It's called Flip Your Wig, the album. Came out in 85. And
I never heard of any of these.
It's my favorite band of all time. They were just 80s
This is like the
punk
podcast
band.
we did with all the emo music. This is very
Yeah.
so you're like, I don't know.
I'm
this.
sorry, yeah,
that's
but
fine.
80, yeah, but they
right.
started off as real punk, and then they went just alternative, and they're just the best.
Yep.
Okay.
4, The Replacements, Let It Be, came out in 1984. One of my
See,
favorite
going in
albums.
reverse order.
Did you already say your favorite one?
No, I'm going to reverse order. It's 5 to 1.
Yeah.
It's boring if you go 1 to 5 because no one cares by the time you get to 5.
All right, because you're
All right,
only on 4?
4, and then I'm going to my last one.
Which is his most favorite, which is number
All right, yeah,
he did-
he's,
I
I don't know. His
So
brain
tell
is
us-
backwards.
Hold on. Your most favorite album of
My
all
most
time?
favorite album of all time. I bought it when I was 9 years old, and I declared it my favorite album of all time. When I was 9, it's the Smashing Pumpkins have an album called Siamese Dream. It came out in 93,
Okay.
That's a good one.
That's good.
and I love it. I bought it with garage sale money, and I still have it's the oldest thing I own probably. I still have the original disc.
Other than that shirt.
Probably, yeah.
All right, Justin, you have your typed out situation over there.
Oh, so
All
we
right.
go next? All right. So
You're up, Munster Cheese. Let's go.
number 5 for me, Live, Throwing Copper.
Throwing shoes.
Came out in 1994. So 95 was probably about when that concert was when it came out.
Okay.
Number 4 is Fuel, their Sunburn, their first album that they put out.
Why is Fuel making
Fuel.
every one of your... I never knew Fuel was so popular with you.
I love them. Awesome.
Great. All right.
Number 3, Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory.
I'm laughing at him. I'm not laughing at him. I like Linkin
I
Park.
don't like him.
Tough. Number 2,
tough
Nirvana,
critics,
Nevermind.
No, it's,
That's acceptable.
And my number 1 favorite album of all time is Pearl Jam 10.
no.
Okay.
All right.
That
We
works.
didn't ask Perry. Do you have any like honorable mentions?
I do. Well, first of all, I think I messed that order up. You guys had me screwed up.
Yeah, you
I
were
think I
all
went
over
from like 3 to 4 to
You
whatever.
you were
so
everywhere.
You guys
That's-
get the point. It's fine.
Yeah.
It'd be hard for me to image this on YouTube now because you're a retard. But
Just figure it out.
what's
You'll-
your honorable mention?
Honorable mention, The Cure's Disintegration. It didn't make it because you can only listen to that when you're in like a mood.
Okay.
And I try not to be in that mood. So
Yeah.
it's my
All right.
favorite Cure
How about
album.
you?
And I don't know.
I have a bunch of honorable mentions.
All right,
but
just one.
He's got good ones though.
my good.
Give us a
so
couple.
Stone Temple Pilots,
That
Core,
one.
Yeah, that's a great album.
That album's fantastic.
Nirvana, In Utero,
Yeah.
Linkin Park's second CD, Meteora.
You're the
Shut
only
up,
one
Ken.
that probably bought that.
Dr. Dre, Chronic, and Snoop Dogg's The Dog Pound.
Doggy style.
Doggy Style.
No, you get that. Whatever that album was, that's the album you have to
Yeah.
listen to.
The Dog Pound was like a collab. Never mind. That was one that all his like group did that. one.
That, yeah, okay.
He's got some good ones.
All right.
Yeah, that's some
You
solid
want to
stuff.
go next? You
I'll
want me to
go next.
last?
No, I'll go.
All right.
So number 5, I have Kanye West Graduation. I think that's a great.
Come
We're
on.
making fun of him.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
bad.
No, it's not bad. You listen to that album. That's got great stuff. It's him with his mouth wired shut through part of it, rapping. It's fantastic.
All right.
H2O Thicker Than Water
Oh.
is tattooed on Perry's
Yep,
arm.
got a
And
tattoo
he didn't,
of
even,
it.
he didn't even make it to his list. But it's like,
No punk bands made it except for the old one. You know?
number 3 is Avail Over the James, which I think is a
yeah.
great album. Number 2,
What, is that the album name or the
Avail's the
Avail
band
is the
name.
band. Over the James is the.
Okay.
is
That's
the-
an awesome album.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 2 is Ben Folds Rockin' the Suburbs.
Okay.
Then
Ben
number-
Folds putting everybody to sleep.
No, because it's not. It's you listen to it. It's good.
All right, I won't. but
Number
go ahead.
1, Ramones Rocket to Russia.
Nice.
This is my favorite.
That's a killer album.
Yeah, you listen to that front to back. It's Sheena's a punk on there.
Okay.
Yeah, some good stuff on there.
Good.
I have an honorable mention of Neutral Milk Hotel.
I don't know what you just had.
Neutral Milk Hotel, In the Airplane Over the Sea is the name of the album.
That's the first one, right?
Yeah, no, it's their second one.
Okay.
And then I have I love live albums, so I have a top 5 live albums. I'll go through real quick.
All right, go
First
ahead.
CD I ever bought was Ramones Loco Live. It's
Okay.
fantastic. Johnny Cash Live from San Quentin is quintessential.
Okay.
Ben Folds Live. Just shut your face.
Okay.
Swell Season has it's called Struck Joy.
Oh,
It's their
swell season again.
they have a deluxe album. It's half of it's their new album and half it's a recording.
Okay.
And then Sarah Bareilles, Between the Lines. I really like Sarah
Oh yeah,
Bareilles.
there. I was wondering if she would make your list.
She-
I know you like her.
I like her overall collection. I've never been one of her albums. I don't pick it and say that's my favorite, but her live albums are amazing.
Is she in a band or just solo artist?
Just solo.
Okay.
She sings solo.
She
I
wrote
don't
all the
care.
music right now for the Waitress Broadway show.
Ah.
They transitioned that to a Broadway show, and she wrote all those songs for it.
Good.
All
Do you
right.
have anything else you want to name? Since you named 25 things.
Hey, I could name something I would like you to suck a dude.
You said that 3 times on this. All right, so Ken named all mine right before we started because I'm that obvious. So my number 5 is Outkast, Southern Playlist of Cadillac Funky Music.
Oh, well, that's an amazing album.
Yeah, that one meant a lot to me that summer. You listen to that over and over and over and over.
Is that the one after AT Aliens?
It's before.
Oh, okay.
Then 4, Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg.
Dog Pound.
Dog Pound, yeah. Because that one, that was just another one. I listened to that over and over and over and over and over, especially with all my friends. That was a big album for us. 3, it's just all rap. It's Tupac, All Eyes on Me, double disc, which Justin thought was the best of album earlier. We were talking about these.
I did.
But that had a ton of great stuff on it. That was his first Death Row CD.
But also, too, to Justin's credit, that's where all his hits came from.
Yeah, a ton came off.
Yeah. I can't think of too much that he did before that. But, I mean, I know
Well,
he's
he had
big.
a couple good ones before that,
but
too. But
I was never a huge Tupac fan.
No, really, I'm surprised at that. Got all sad. 2 for me, which you'd be surprised at, is Thriller, Michael Jackson.
It's a great album.
That is a great album.
I
My
loved
sister
that
used
when
to
I
have the
was a kid.
record we used to listen to.
I was gonna
I
say
know.
I had that on vinyl.
I had the record. We played that all the time, constantly. Still get goosebumps when I hear that song.
I think I have a
I wish
picture of
I
my
knew where
sister
that
wearing
was.
a Thriller sweatshirt
Really?
somewhere. I
Wow.
have to find it.
And number 1 is The Chronic, Dr. Dre.
It's a great. I remember the first time I heard that album. It was at
Yeah.
my cousin's house, and she had it, and she was like, "You gotta listen to this music." It's great.
Same cousin that had Purple Rain.
No.
Okay.
Definitely.
You ready for my honorable mention?
Yeah.
And you're going to laugh at this one.
Okay.
My honorable mention is the soundtrack. Can you guess it?
To Romancing the Stone.
No. To the 1986 Transformers cartoon movie.
Yeah. You got it's so much Stan Bush.
It's Stan Bush and a bunch of other people. Every single song off that album I
Stan
used to
Bush,
listen to
Devo,
over and
Weird
over.
Al.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. There may be one other person.
Lion did the theme
Oh
song.
yeah.
And this is what your buddy Jim that comes in is making.
yeah.
They're recreating.
Yeah.
This with
We'll put
different
the link
local
on
bands.
there because I don't know all the stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They're doing like the whole soundtrack.
And it's
over
for a good
again.
cause.
It's for cancer.
Yep.
But I still have those songs from that album on my iPod, like on my iPhone right now.
I remember
My kids know those songs. That's how much influential it was.
I have the touch on Rock Band on my 360
Great.
saved.
It's a great
I paid
song.
like $3 to put it on there so I could play it.
And that's it.
See, besides Thriller, I don't know anything about your list. I don't know anything about it.
No rap for you, Perry?
No. I don't know, like, if a couple songs here and there, but I don't know anything about the albums. I know the years that came out,
All right.
oddly enough.
What time we at here, Feta Cheese?
Well, we've got a bunch in the beginning. I mean, it's showing an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
but
no,
I
think we're at 54 minutes.
Yeah, I think we're
good.
just
I
under
think we're
an
good.
hour.
So I think we should wrap it up.
All right.
And I think that went really well. Everybody had a
Yeah,
good time
that was
talking about
quick.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
you
by
can talk
fast.
about more, yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think I'm golden. Perry, do you have any parting words?
No.
We'll see you in a couple weeks for our X-Men.
Next week.
So speaking of X-Men coming out,
Yeah.
after this one's released, a couple days later, there's going to be another midweek special, KFP Special 3.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to just give a couple quick predictions of the X-Men movie and what we think it's going to happen.
I got a prediction. It's going to
And then next week, we're seeing it again. Oh, that's when it comes out, right?
Yeah, next week. Yeah.
Next Thursday.
And then we'll do a live one after, like we do always,
Yeah, with the cast and crew.
with the cast and crew, and Perry's back, and Denny's, and everything else.
Yeah.
My favorite.
But,
All right, so thanks.
all right,
Music
thanks for listening.
Extravaganza.
Yeah, done. In the books.
All right, good
Thanks,
night,
everybody.
Thanks.
Later.